Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Natural Health Solutions slash the Muscadine Core Momentum team call powered by JuvaFit. Remember, this is an accountability call to your wellness. I'm the team captain, Steve Klein, but I am not a doctor, not making claims. We are just a support group to help each other to be accountable to our wellness. We have 4 different categories for the folks that are listening to this replay, which will load up on Monday on our station. One is for weight loss. The other one's for core health. The other one's for strong, like virtual lifting weights and stuff like that. And the other one's wellness. So they're all kind of intertwined. And what happens is an 8-week challenge, and we do them multiple times a year. And it's pretty simple, made for busy people around the world. And it's a team of 5 plus the captain. And then we communicate on Messenger on Facebook, even with a thumbs up. We have this call, which is always on Sunday nights, but it's recorded, as you guys can tell.
Thank you.
So either people are in the call live or they are listening to the replay. And then we have a call on Tuesday nights that is our JuvaFit Commit, and that's also available on replay. And then we check in once a week, and there's 10 questions. It's pretty simple. And we have 2 choices with our wellness. Either we make some time or we kind of go backwards. And I learned through my trial and error of my wellness, being a captain and stepping up to the plate helps me stay on track. I was having a chat with one of our teammates here, Jan's husband Merle, earlier, and he's lost some weight and he's new in the challenge. And he said, I'm not even like doing it completely correct already. He said, it doesn't matter. You when you're doing some of it and you're in some of it, you do good. And that's the point. So we all need that extra support and we all need that extra accountability. I know I have a good friend in here from years ago who I did go to Weight Watchers years ago. She had me go, and she's doing it now, and she's doing great there. But everybody doesn't have the time to go physically. You know what I'm saying? And Weight Watchers is great. All these things are great, but this really meets us at our needs, where we can kind of come in and like take all the excuses away of just being supportive to each other. So it's free to join. It's a supportive community. Yes, we do endorse products as well, of course, that work, but it's not like we're trying to sell you anything. We're just trying to share. And we're going to talk about how the challenge is going. And then we'll have a little more training, if you will, and sharing, as we always do. And then on this channel as well, on every Friday at around, I think it's 12 noon, I believe, East Coast time, we feature a different person's story about their wellness journey. And I know coming up, we have Jan's coming up this Friday, so tune in. And every Wednesday, I am doing my best to have a different discussion as well about my journey and other things I want to share that have come up in discussion. We also are always tracking. So we talk about tracking our success. In JuvaFit, which is what we're powered by, we have a tracker with our questions as well, which asks questions like, did you sleep over 7 hours a night? Did you drink half your body weight in ounces? Do you have a gratitude attitude? And it depends upon the category you're on the other specifics. But we also offer on this team a natural health evaluation. Again, it's not me, it's just a way of tracking that I learned from a mentor that was made by a bunch of naturopathics. It doesn't mean we're saying we're recommending and being like a doctor or saying this, that, or whatever. We are just, showing people some information and educating them and letting them decide. So we have, on that 4 categories that go through hard tissue, soft tissue, sugar, and digestion. If you have not done one or not done one recently, reach out to me. Let's do it. It is eye-opening. I know Jan did one not too long ago. And there's some other people here. I think Josiah did one not too long ago. And again, everybody that goes on to doing a wellness talk interview needs to do one and update it. Because again, it's tracking every 30 days, 60 days, and 90. And if you haven't had the results you want, that's what you want to do. It's all about tracking and understanding, and it kind of speaks to you. So with that said, that was a big mouthful. So we are checking in this week. And I'm going to check in with all the folks who are on the challenge or on the call right now and just see how are you doing, any questions you have, what you want to work on, or anything like, you're trying to figure out, and we can discuss it, and then we'll show some other things. So first, all the way originally from Alaska, now in Ohio is Alan. I'm going to ask to unmute you. And there you go. And Alan, how is your week going so far? And
Uh,
any questions? And are you checking in okay? And all that good stuff.
my week's going pretty good, and I've caught up on being checked in and stuff.
Okay, great.
But I don't really have any questions.
Any questions or challenges or anything?
No.
Okay, it's not your first challenge, but keep up the good work. And we should probably do your health evaluation soon too. That's what we want to do, right?
Yeah,
So we'll
yeah.
do that. Okay, Michelle's visiting. I'll come back to you. Ingrid, how are you doing so far?
Great.
Good. Any questions or anything you're trying to work on
On my diet.
on your diet? Aren't you? I thought you told me you lost some weight.
Yes, I do.
Okay, great. How can you share with everybody what's going on? How much have you lost?
10.
10 pounds. That's awesome. It's a lot of weight, Ingrid. Congratulations.
Yes,
Yes,
thank you.
you're going to be in a bikini soon, right?
I don't think so.
Don't say that. You don't know. Sorry, keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. Steve,
Thank you, thank
you're
you.
welcome. And you're checking in on time and everything, right?
Yes,
And we need to do your health evaluation too.
okay.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Yeah, Steve's in Delaware. How's everything going for you, Steve? And any questions, and what are you working on, or are you stuck on something so far, or something you want to share as well?
No, everything seems to be okay. So trying to
Great.
trying to like drink a little bit more water. So
Yep, that's
just stay
always something
hydrated.
to stay on top of and track. Good, 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 good. Awesome. Great. Let's do a health evaluation, Steve, at some point too.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you'll really like it. Trust me. When we haven't, I don't know if have we ever done one?
I don't think so.
Yeah, we need to. So it's eye-opening. Trust me. I know Josiah and Jan on here have done one recently, so they can definitely tell you that. So awesome. I'm just gonna unmute you. And Jan, I'm gonna unmute you. How's everything,
Hi.
Jan, so far? This is Jan's first challenge. She's only been with Juba for a couple weeks, her and her husband. And how's everything going so far on the challenge? And you can speak for you and your husband if he wants to talk, he can. He's in the challenge as well.
We're doing good. He's lost 14 pounds. He was very excited that he's under 200.
Yeah,
Um,
that was pretty
I
quick.
don't feel a lot of, yeah, he's doing good though. He
Yeah.
walks a lot with the dogs and stuff, and we'll walk and we do our exercises. But I feel like I've lost inches, but I don't think I've lost more than 2 or 3 pounds.
So that's common, especially if you're doing keto, or even if you're doing dirty keto, you lose inches first before you lose pounds.
Yeah, I can tell that I've lost,
Usually you can
inches.
tell by your clothes.
Yeah. Yep.
Perfect. So that's you're on
So,
your way. I know people get obsessed about weight and weight, and I and I get it, what I'm saying, but it's really about the inches and how you feel in the health part first. But you'll lose the weight.
yeah.
It'll come off, trust me.
I was wondering if anybody had any advice for my sweet tooth other than grapes.
Yeah, so what I would suggest is based upon your health evaluation that we went through, is that you need the zinc, the B vitamins, and also
Yeah.
you might look into the keto desserts, like what they call the fat bombs. And there's a bunch of stuff, and I can share some recipes coming up. I actually had posted before. I have a book that's a PDF if you guys are interested. I shared it before and I bought it, but it's like a PDF book of some keto desserts. I don't know if people are interested, but if you are, I can definitely share that and some other stuff too. Like if you like desserts, they're not difficult to make.
Okay, that would be great. Thanks.
Sure, sure. Did anybody else have something to add to that? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut everybody off. Yeah, ginger's great. That's right. Okay. And you'll see Jan's debut on the station and her story on Friday. And let's check it out. And again, when you're doing your own health stuff, right? there's different things that relate to different people, no question. For me personally, on my health journey, okay, when I started kind of geeking out and getting into this with the wellness stuff, it's helped me so much to hear about everyone else's issues because it helps me with mine, and it really is a great way so we know how to track ourselves. So keep that in mind. So everybody's story is really great to listen to and support. And then if there's anybody in the business side you want to share it with, it's always a great thing to do as well. So I'm just going to mute you, Jan.
Okay, thank you.
You're doing a great job, Jan.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And Josiah is all the way in Louisiana, and we just did his interview. It went on last week, and it was great. And we did his health evaluation. And Josiah, how's the challenge going for you so far? And what questions do you have? And like, what's going on?
All right, Steve. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it.
Of course.
This challenge in particular, I find it's going to be the best one yet, just because doing several other challenges in the past, it's given me a lot of trial and error, and I was able to really follow and track myself on what I was doing and correct myself on what I want to improve on or just adjust, make a pivot. And it's a good feeling going through this challenge, really confident and going to finish strong in November.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And he went, he did his interview. We did his first time we did his health evaluation, and that I think kind of opened you up to some other things that made sense. I mean, if you want to speak in your words about it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it made a lot of sense, going over the personal health evaluation to give you, life-changing results and what's unique and about that person, that you could really get to the bottom of the root cause of what's going on in your body and how to fix it. Just come up with a solution for it.
Right. What I like about that too, on a business side of things too, we're really telling people what they need, whether we have it or not. We're not trying to sell to them, right? And it just makes sense. So it's exactly, we want people to be well. That's the whole point. So great stuff, Josiah. Keep up the good work. And Josiah, I know that feel free to share this because this is real. Because sometimes we go off the products like you did, you had to, and you came back on. Can you share what you told me with everybody? Because this is what people need to hear. It's truth.
Oh, yeah, Steve, for sure. I've had some challenges this past summer as far as our youngest daughter being born a micro preemie, and we've been back and forth to the hospital. Close to about an hour and a half drive every other day, almost every day. And, just a lot of mental stress, physical stress, because fatigue sets in when you're driving that much. Right. And you're on the road, and it's just a lot of uncertainty. But I know one thing's for sure, with taking the products regularly on a routine, that helps with everything from stress to whatever type of weight loss goals or whatever health goals you have. These products are phenomenal. And it is the truth. Whenever you're taking a certain product that goes hand in hand with what your personal health evaluation says, it can't be beat, because that's what is going to get you through, the fatigue, the stress. You mentioned Zing earlier. One, that's one of my favorite products as far as mental acuity and clarity. Zing is where it's at. It has all the B vitamins in it. Just like eggs, I'd recommend anybody eat eggs every morning. Exactly. Why? Because that's vitamins in it, and
fatty acids, vitamin K.
Yeah, what we need and kids need. Everybody needs it.
Yeah, definitely. Also, can you tell people real quick? You mentioned something about bowel movements or whatever it was. You mind sharing that? If I'm being on and off, and then you're back on the products, and I know, and I get it, and you're doing great. But can you share that?
Okay. For sure.
I don't think it was too personal.
Yeah. No, yeah, and I mean, I'd be happy to share it because it was a real life experience for me, and I can't make this up, So basically, yeah, whenever I was on the products, I found too, I was eating healthier. I was more health conscious when I was on the products too. Whenever I did get off the products, I felt like my diet, not really a diet per se, but I was eating a lot of junk foods, stress related, foods that just weren't good for you, definitely not good for you. And so I found I was slipping in those, types of areas without being on the products either. But what I noticed was a huge thing for me because I've always thought, a bowel movement, number two, it's gonna smell. But when you're taking these right products, you don't have to your stomach, your digestive system, it's not gonna smell like
Right.
we've been smelling for years,
Right.
and that was the eye opener.
Not supposed to smell, by the way. Yeah.
Right. It was a total, I mean, that was a huge experience for me to even notice that or feel that too.
Right. Great testimony. And that's the ginger, the turmeric, and the muscadine, guys. That's what he takes, which is the core stuff, which is great. Awesome. And also, how is your daughter doing?
So very good news. We spoke with the doctors recently, and she's able to go home in the next week. So
That's
sometime
great.
this upcoming week, we're looking forward to it.
That's great. How long has she been in the hospital, and how many pounds was she when she first was born? So you already know.
So she was born at 1.8 ounces, which was big for being 24 weeks. So thankfully that she was born with that much weight on her. We've been close to approaching 4 months in the hospital. She was born in June, the beginning of June.
Right.
So it's been a long journey for sure. One of the hardest, obstacles and challenges I had to go through in my life so
I
far.
know that. I know that. Well, we're rooting for you, and that's great stuff. So, and that's all part two of the wellness challenge, guys, because it's having your gratitude attitude and also keeping it together when you got stuff going on, right? So that's good stuff. Keep up the good work, Josiah. Thanks for sharing all that.
I appreciate it, Steve.
Mutual. I'm just going to mute you. And Jay, how's
Here I
everything
am.
for you so far? And what are you working on? And
I'm doing
what
well.
questions do you have?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm trying to move more. That's what I'm trying to do. And I'm drinking water, trying to eat less. I mean, I don't really want to eat less, but I want to eat less carbs. I don't eat that many carbs to start with, but I just try to eat less of them. So
Sure.
and I do all non-GMO and I make everything from scratch. So I do
Right.
organic
Now
non-GMOs.
we did a health evaluation with you a couple years ago. Was that correct? I forget.
Yes, we did.
We could do another one soon too. So let's do that. It's
All right.
always a good refresher on so many levels, but just to like re-see things, and I think it's the best way to track stuff, which is great. Awesome.
Well, you can call me on Thursday if
What
you
was
want.
that?
You can call me on Thursday if you want to do one.
Okay, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it
All
out.
right.
I might have a funeral on Thursday to be at, but I'll figure it out.
Another day is okay too.
Okay,
Fridays.
and we'll do an interview too.
Okay,
Awesome.
sounds good.
And you're checking in on time? Oh yeah, you are. You've been saying it. Perfect.
So yeah.
Okay. Joanne, all the way in Hawaii, just asked to unmute you. And this is her first challenge in Juba, but not her first challenge, as we've done challenges before. And she was a visitor on this on this last time, if you guys noticed. And now she's all in. So how are the challenge going for you so far? What questions do you have? Or are you stuck on something that we need to work on? And just let me know, let everybody else know.
No, it seems to be going well, Steve. And
Good.
being consistent is, well, much that I can. I believe that consistency is the key, both in
Yes.
walking as well as eating. And the supplements, of course, is how I start my day. And who was it that was talking about the Zing? Yes, that's an awesome product. I actually mix it
Josiah.
with the Live.
Yes.
I actually mix it with the Live and the Nutra HG, and I make a power drink. And it's a great way to sip throughout the day, or that's what I do. No question, Steve, at this time. We will have to set up my health evaluation, which I haven't done yet.
We'll do it.
So thank you.
And I know we talked about the interview part, but I hope that you do one. So it'll be good. I think it'll be fun.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Miss Tina, I just asked to unmute you. She's in Boston. And I did it again. And Tina, one more time, you got to click unmute with it. I just clicked on ask to unmute. Okay, maybe she's not there. Chris, I asked to unmute you. Let me do it again. Okay, there you are, Chris. Chris is in Boston. How's everything going, Chris?
Everything's going pretty good. I have
Good.
one thing.
Yeah, tell me and tell us.
I'm, I'm trying to relate to the turmeric, and because I take them in the morning before I have anything to eat.
Yes,
The
do.
bowels are looser than they should be, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
And
The bowels are looser because of when you're taking it. What are you saying? Is that your
I'm thinking I'm taking it without food.
So the ginger and turmeric, I take it right before I eat, like right
Right.
before I eat, because it's like food. But how are you not eating after that? What do you explain to me?
Yeah, I don't have breakfast until you know, if I get up at like 6, take it by then, and then I probably have something around 9 o'clock. So that's 3 hours right there.
Yeah. Well, I don't know on that. I have to do a health evaluation, but remember the ginger and turmeric helps your digestion, so it
Okay.
could, right? I do take the ginger before I go to bed as well,
Right.
because it helps with acid reflux. So I do that as well, and I'm not eating at that point.
Mm.
But I don't take the turmeric at night. Right before bed, I take extra ginger, but I will
Right.
take ginger and turmeric like at dinner, right? With food or right before or in between. But it definitely can help you with with your digestion. That's what it does.
Right.
So it could, but we'd have to do a health evaluation to get back to all that. And
Oh,
remember, when we get inflammation down the gut going and all that, and are you trying? Are are you? How should I say this? Where you? In other words, it's okay. It's loose bowel movements with that is what you notice, is what you're saying, right?
right. Well,
Okay.
what was in the morning I usually get like a breakfast sandwich, bagel, sausage, and stuff like that. I cut back
Yeah.
on the meat part of it because I'm not sure about the meat. The bread I don't think will cause that, but it seems to be slowing down on that particular point. So it could be the sauce.
If you've cut out bread, right, because the bread is messed up, right? And
Right.
you know what I'm saying? That's obviously regular bread is not keto, right?
Right.
And I don't know if you're following that, or not, but if you do cut it out a lot, it does make a difference. So
Right.
the digestion, big time, because the wheat and all that messes a lot of things up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So let's do a health evaluation, and we'll go through that soon. And
Oh.
and then we can. And the other thing too is, if you're questioning things like this for everybody to hear too, you should journal when you're eating and what you're taking, and see
Right.
if there's a difference, and write it all down of what you're having. I think that'll be really helpful.
Okay.
Yeah, they went through some interesting things on the Juba Fit Commit last week, and I'm going to circle back to some of that stuff really soon, either on the station or next week. Not tonight, but we will, and that might have something to do with how we're eating as well, which I thought was kind of interesting.
Right.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
great. Any other questions? You're checking in okay?
Yes.
Perfect. Right, Karen, I'm asking to unmute you, Karen Owens. How's Karen doing in St. Louis?
I'm doing okay.
Good. What are you working on? Any questions that you might have? You checking in okay?
I I am checking in okay. This week I blew it.
Oh.
But I'll still have half points.
Sure, that's fine.
So that'll be there. I've dropped about 4.5, 5 pounds.
Congratulations. That's great.
Drinking all my water weight, half my body weight.
Good.
So that's good.
Excellent.
Taking all the muscadine oil and ginger and turmeric still, and
Excellent. Keep up the good work, Karen.
thank you.
But we should do a health evaluation too. and talk about if you want to do a interview as well. But we'll talk about all that.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions? Are you good?
I'm good.
I meant any other questions. Okay, I'll mute you. And then Tina, I'll try you again. I'll unmute you. I don't know if you're getting it. You usually talk. Oh, there you go. There's Tina.
Hi, Steve. How are you?
Doing good, and you?
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Tell us what's going on. Is any questions or anything you're trying to work on? And how's the challenge going for you so far?
I'm doing wellness and it's going good.
Good.
Maybe need to drink a little more water.
Okay.
I do my shake every day.
Okay.
And I take, my ginger, turmeric, HG, live. So I'm good.
Good. Keep up the good work. And we should do a
Thank
health
you.
evaluation with you too. We might have done one before, but we need to do another one, update it, and we'll talk about an interview if you like as well. They're really
Thank
helpful.
you.
You're welcome. Okay. All right, everybody. This is great. Again, I just want everybody to talk and see first, and then we discuss different things. I wanted tonight, I didn't do a PowerPoint tonight, but I wanted to share some videos on some things. And I know we're still discussing, with the special going on with the inner souls. So I want people to know even more about the EMS because it's so important and it's so scary. The more I look at it, I'm like, wow, this is just amazing. But let me just circle back to something again that we all talked about and touched on between Chris and Josiah. Great stuff to share and just everybody, right? Everything stems from the digestion and the gut. Everything. If we remember, and the analogy, I say it over and over again, but it's true. You're driving your automobile and you're going over a bunch of nails. If you don't pull the nails out of the car tire, right, you're gonna get a flat. You got to pull the nails out, patch the hole up, and fill it back over there. That's your gut, your digestion. And that comes from, again, the bad food, the non-keto, the medications we're on, the environment, all that stuff. So there's a lot of people that promote gut health, and there's all kinds of things on the market with that. It gets confusing. To me, it's pretty simple. The most natural way is ginger, turmeric, and muscadine. It's natural and it's high impact. So that's why everything in the health evaluation stems from that. And when you get that better, it helps a whole lot of things. That's the most important thing ever. And Josiah was a great testimony about that from the smelly poops or the non-smelly poops, which is what everybody has when they're not on it. You know what I'm saying? And everybody knows it, and just weight loss as well, like hard fat. Okay, like I took so much ginger that it just comes off. Okay, stubborn stuff. A lot of people are asking about that. And that's what it does. If your digestive system is not working right, that's a problem. To me, that ginger, turmeric, and muscat that we have is like life and death. That's what it is. And you know that by going through those health evaluations, just really thinking. Josiah knew it in anyway. I'm just saying, when you do that, you're like, oh, that makes sense. That makes a lot of, as it does. So just keep that in mind. And obviously, drinking enough water is key. You really got to drink the water to flush everything out. And remember, it's half your body weight in ounces. Okay, that's what you're supposed to be doing. So always look at that and try to track that too. Either write it down or look at the bottles of water so you're getting that water in, because that can be hard for some people as well. It is. And that's why we want to just, I keep my bottles of water behind me and I don't put them in the bin until the end of the night to make sure I count like X amount. There you go. Josiah's chugging away. That's good. That's good. Okay, so let me do my screen share as I had an issue figuring out how to use the last couple times. They changed it on me. Now I know. I think I'm a pro. So let me go to here and let me do this. And let's show you how to insert your Sure Step to the plug any tomorrow. When you cut them, right, keep the pieces because you can still use those pieces for other things. As I did the training on last week of different places you can use that on. So you don't want to get rid of that. I wanted to show you this as well. These are people that have not seen these videos that are not on Summit. And we're going to have more training on this coming up about why the EMFs are bad in the cars. And remember, the special going on with the inner soles, you could use on your car seat as well, but this is talking about the cat iron shield.
Hello, everyone. Ken Martin here. I'm an industry expert with over 40 years in the automotive industry. I work with the biggest manufacturers around the world on the cutting edge technology that you see in your vehicles today. And I'm here to tell you today that there are ways to protect yourself from the EMFs that you're being bombarded with in your vehicle. These EMFs come from places like the modules in your vehicles, the screens in your vehicles, the wiring in your vehicles, the advanced driver assist systems that we love in our vehicles. All of these things are constantly bombarding us with EMFs. And how do you protect yourself from those EMFs? By using cation shields in your vehicle. That's right. By putting these shields in your vehicle, you allow these shields to absorb these EMFs so they go somewhere you want them to go and not towards you and your family members and your friends while you're driving your vehicle. So if you've ever noticed that you're getting tired or fatigued after driving your car for a long time, there's a good chance it's related to the EMFs that are being exposed to you in your vehicle. So again, take the time to look at the cation shields and protect you, your family, all your loved ones from the effects of these EMFs. Thanks for listening.
And we'll have more training on that. And you know the EMFs, the biggest thing is on your cell phone. That's why they tell you don't put it up to your head because you get cancer, right? So keep that in mind. All right, hold on a second here. I got one more with, where is it? Oh, Anion counts. I went right by it, I think. Hold on. Up there. Here we go.
Hey everybody, I wanted to spend a minute with you and show you some of the Anion products, and more importantly, how much Anions are being emitted out of these Juva products. Remember, that's what makes Juva Anion products different than anything out there is a count. First of all, the emitter. The emitter is made pretty specifically. It's got 5 inches of Anion product inside here. This is 6 inches, but 5 inches of taken care of product, and emits it out the front, but also has a radius there. And I'm going to start out. This is an Anion tester, one of the best testers you can find out there. And once again, when testing this, and I'm going to put it on here, this emitter here, it's going to do a linear inch at a time, but I'm going to go ahead and start that. But it does a linear inch. So there's 5 linear inches, and there's 2 sides to the emitter, obviously. And to get the proper test, you need to double the amount that's coming out this side because it's coming out the other. We're going to times it by 5, the length of the linear inches that it's actually measuring out there, and come up with a total. Juva says that the Anion emitter is going to have a minimum of 10,000 Anions for the product. And you can see I came up with 1531. So I would double that. That's 3,000 per linear inch. Times 5, you're going to have 15,000 in this particular Anion product of Juva's out there. That's absolutely huge compared to the industry out here. Now, once again, I'm going to take one of our shields here, and I'm going to start the counter there. Once again, we put this on all of our electronic devices to ensure that we're protected from those harmful EMFs. Once again, it's not stopping the product from working. It's shielding us from those harmful effects of those Anion or EMFs coming out of the products. Once again, I have this on my phone, I have this on my laptop, I have this on my TV, but you can see just one side. Remember, to get a proper test, you have to do both sides, but we've more than doubled the amount that Juva guarantees in its product out here. When we use other companies' products, we usually find 9 Anions. Once again, you have to double that, or even the best products are 30 or 60 Anions per linear inch. Once again, with Juva's products over 2,000 per linear inch, this is the best Anion products you can find on planet Earth. Thanks.
All right, everybody. Just want to show you guys that stuff based upon our training from last week. And when I went to the Wellness Expo last year, everybody had EMF protection stuff, and nobody could do the demonstrations that we could do. I know Jackie, Rich, and I went because our stuff is so good. Unfortunately, the EMFs are becoming one of the top issues, okay, for health issues. And I mean, worse than asbestos and all these other things too, like in the house. So it really is something that people are talking about and concerned about. And the more we educate ourselves about the seriousness of that, okay, of understanding that, we have the right stuff to share with people, but to protect ourselves. And that's the biggest thing. So just wanted to have a reminder of the inner soul thing going on and to circle back from last week. And hopefully that was helpful to you guys, just some more information. So with that said, any other questions? Everybody, don't forget to check in on time on Tuesday. Keep doing a good job. Keep sharing. You guys are doing good. And I think everybody's on track. So I'm really excited on this challenge. And again, this will air Monday at 12 on my station. So feel free to look back at it, and or if you're reviewing for the first time, and then also share the information on here, okay, with people, because it helps you if you want to, you know, on the business side of things, to build your business as well. To share it also helps you to afford the products as well and to be well. So with that said, everybody, you guys have a good night and make it a great week. Over and out.